What is up, guys? It is your boy, MaineMania, and welcome back to another episode of MK Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a double boss fight in the Elder Wind Towers today, and we're gonna go ahead and try to speed through it. My equipment in this tower is pretty good. The only piece I haven't maxed out is the Dagger of Spirits, if I remember correctly. And so for that reason, we're just gonna kind of try to do our thing. They can brutalize us early, and we've got Sandstorm to deal with. So really everything is about timing our tags, and we just gotta try to do our best with that. We're gonna try to get an early snare, which we're probably not gonna get because Nightwolf resists everything thanks to his snake skin. Didn't get that. We're gonna tag out right into the Sandstorm nonsense. We're not gonna waste our time going for Team Soaked because I just don't have luck getting that. I'm waiting for the next Sandstorm. There it is. And then I'm gonna tag out. Probably won't get this Team Soaked, but either way, we're tagging out. We got it. No. Well, he's gonna get the Sandstorm, but we are still gonna get that damage in. Nightwolf probably is not soaked on the outside because once again he just rejects everything. We'll take that invulnerability shield because screw you, little shit, and we'll try to finish them off right here. Very quick boss fight. It's so crazy because I was looking through the equipment and I was like, holy hell, like I did not realize that this tower is one of the towers that I have the most maxed epics for. I was so damn surprised. So we know we're not going to get a Dagger of Spirits from this. We're going to jump right on into the Fatal. I actually sandbagged my normal tower battles because I knew that I wasn't going to get anything of value. I did get my girl though. And we do have an increased Dragon Crystal limit at this time. So that's actually feels pretty good. Didn't see those get added just yet. It's a little concerning, but there we go. All right, so let's jump on into the Fatal Tower. Same difference. We just got to tag our tags, time our tags, and then go from there. So same equipment, obviously. This battle is going to be a little bit different. They're not going to get snared by Raiden, so we're not even going to waste our time with that because they are immune to power drain. So they're only going to get snared by SP2s, with both Classic Rain and IJ2 having snare on SP2. So let's not waste our time starting with Raiden for the Fatal. Doesn't make any sense. We went for a combo Ender Soak, did not get it. Don't kill me, please, Jesus. Oh, we're just gonna do this and tag out. If you let me, can you just let me, please? Thank you, thank you. Has anybody else experienced the tag out glitch? I have been experiencing it where it literally with this team where I cannot tag out. It will not let me tag out for whatever stinking reason. Was that a slow or something? It just wouldn't let me use it. Don't tell me I'm too far away. I'm scared of tagging rain. I kind of have no choice but to tag in rain. I'm losing too much health. Oh my god, that fire right there. My goodness. Inferno. Is that what's happening here? We're gonna cancel that. I can't believe I haven't gotten a kill yet. I feel like I messed up in this battle fight. This boss fight, to be honest with you. I used that special. Oh, but the invulnerability shield will save me? Did save me. Alright, well it saved me. So shout out to that. I'm literally just trying to not die. Like, I'm 1 HP. Literally 1 HP. Look at the pressed. You saw that pressed, right? Well, we're not gonna be able to do this in one because we messed up. But we're still gonna do our best to get as much damage as we can get in. Can we cripple and save you? We're gonna go straight for it. I wanted to cycle, but I knew there was no saving him. Oh God, I think I got it back. This is gonna absolutely mess up my timing. If you guys didn't see what just happened in the last 2 or 3 seconds, I had a special 2. I decided to use a special 1 so I could save 1 to finish off. Who was that? Wasn't Fire God Liu Kang, it was Fujin. So I used my special 1 to finish off Fujin, but MK11 Raiden's about to tag him with a special, and I'm gonna try to use that special 1 immediately, which he's gonna get the right of way first, most likely now, especially with this pause that I had to do so you guys didn't miss the end of the fight. But that's pretty much what just happened in the seconds that blacked out. So let's just see what I can do here. I think I do have an invulnerability shield. I don't know if that's gonna save me though, but let's try. Never mind, it's not gonna save me because X-ray. 1 HP. Oh no, so I took his last shot. I took his last shot. So maybe a huge oversight by me. Oh God. But I'm trying to figure out here why I was on fire so much. Was it because of Fire God Liu Kang? I thought it was Inferno. Like, I immediately thought Inferno. I think Fire God Liu Kang had Burning Vengeance though. Somebody had Burning Vengeance, and that's what drained my health the way that it did. That and the Sandstorm bleed effect. But I was trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, why was I on fire? I just looked and I was like, wait, there is no Inferno, but somebody had Burning Vengeance. That's what it was. Oh well, guys, I'm over here trying to beat the clock, man. That's what happens when you try to rush and you try to hurry up and play fast through things. I'm trying to get my battles in and blah. So there goes that. And you know, we had a chance. We had about 9 or 10 seconds left. The pause threw me off because I paused so quick because the screen blacked out. And then I didn't realize that that's how I got the invulnerability shield. It was from his last shot. If I would have realized that, then I would have known that, okay, I'm good. I can do a quick basic attack, finish that off, and I'll still have that invulnerability shield for whatever MK11 tagged in with. So we literally could have done it in that 9 seconds. I hate that pause threw me off. I was reconnecting cables, trying to reset everything and trying to get things going. But hopefully we can get a Dagger of Spirits from it and, you know, get our little crystals. I don't think we're going to get anything that we actually need. No. Man, does not feel good to get maxed out epics in boss fights. Not something I'm used to, guys. But there we go. Sellback City. Let's go ahead and try to get some battles in before the timer ends. I'll be right back in a minute. All right, boys. So we are back. We've got a few different things to talk about. I tried to get whatever battles I could in before the refresh and just handle all the like cleanup work. But first things first, because I just refreshed my quest right now, which I almost never do anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to tell me how you've been playing this game. I know that sounds like a really weird question, but how have you been playing this game? Because I feel like this game has changed so much since the, you know, last few upgrades to the crypt. I feel like right now it's all about the crypt. It's all about getting those crypt runs in, securing those fusion up cards, potentially buying those summon packs to get tower gear or new characters or exclusive characters, which I'm still not a fan of. Still don't think that's the way they should be doing it. But how are you playing this game? You know, there were people. I'm gonna bring back a very old argument for, you know, the MK mobile community. I can't tell you the amount of people I've gotten into arguments about this because I simply told them, find something better to do with your time, live your life. There were so many people back in the day, we're talking 2-3 years ago, who for years, their idea of playing this game was logging into the game every single hour that they were awake to refresh quests and keep doing 1 hour quests over and over and over again every hour, get their battles in, but every hour log into the game, refresh their quests, and then do that for every hour that they're awake all day long. And I, to this day, think that is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. I used to loathe and absolutely cringe when I heard content creators push that. Yeah, if you want to build your souls, if you want to get as many souls and build your collection like mine, you need to do 1 hour quests every day, and then when you go to sleep, you need to activate an 8-hour quest. I'm like, no, people are not robots. People have lives to live. People have things to do. I would never ever recommend it for people to do 1 hour quests. Getting souls was never that serious, ever that serious. But that being said, that was how people were playing the game for such a long time, because souls meant something. You had to grind to get your souls. You had to play the game modes. You had to basically cherish your souls and grind for them so that you can finally open the packs that you want to get the characters that you want. The whole game has changed. The crypt, the new fusion up system, you know, the caskets, the dragon chests, you want to call them that? They've changed everything. Do you guys still refresh quests every hour? If you do, you're a lunatic. I'm sorry, but it's how I feel. Do you guys still do that? Because I've noticed with myself, right? I have my game set to 4-hour quests. And that's usually because I'm either trying to get a crypt run in here or there, or I'm, you know, getting my battles done on my lunch break or on a quick break that I have. And I'm just kind of like, if I have quests to refresh, I'll do them if I remember, but at least I'll always have quests to refresh when I try to get a quick crypt run in, or, you know, try to get some battles in. And those little slots of times I'll find myself, you know, with a little bit of idle time during the day. Bathroom runs, you know how it goes. But I noticed, I feel like I don't even refresh quests anymore. I may refresh my quests once a day right now. And it's been like that for like weeks now. I've noticed it. There are sometimes I'll go 2-3 days straight without even refreshing quests. That used to be such a big part of this game. So my question to you is, how are you playing the game now? What are you doing on a daily basis when you log into this game? Are you just straight going into the tower fights? Are you going straight into the crypt and trying to get as many crypt runs as you can? Are you grinding for crypt keys so you can get extra runs in per day and then open up junk boxes and get what you can get in the crypt? How are you playing the game now? And that's what I mean when I ask that question. I'll talk about the crypt real quick. I'll talk about a couple of things that I noticed, and then I'll talk about an update video that I have coming out soon and the future of, you know, MK mobile content of sorts. But this is the first week in the crypt in a very long while. I think this is the only the second time period that I have everything in the crypt maxed out. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. I can't get any goodies this week in the crypt. Not a good feeling. Not a very good feeling, but I'm still gonna try to get some runs in because the crypt is where it's at. Like I said, man, the crypt is way more valuable than the towers from my collection. This will not be the case for all collections, but I will say for 90% of veterans, they're gonna get more value from the crypt because your odds of just getting sellbacks and, you know, sellbacks that you're not gonna be able to get through dragon crystals is just way too high the more advanced your account becomes. I've still been grinding my feats of strength. That's kind of all I do at this point when I play my towers and make my way through the towers. All I'm doing is grinding feats of strength. We'll talk about the combat pass in a second, but a few things that I noticed. More bugs with the feats of strength, just for anybody that's wondering. First things first, let's go backwards. MK1 Melina. It says that she needs to kill Quan Chi's. Right now that is wrong. She needs to kill katanas. So I have been working on this. It's actually better that right now it's katanas, because at the end of the day, farming 500 Quan Chi kills is very frustrating. I had to do that for all of the Liu Kangs, and it's a nightmare. He's not a very common character. Him and Shinnok are the two worst characters to farm, but now there is a new king of the worst character to farm 500 kills of, and I'll get to that shortly. But anyways, if you guys are trying to get this feats of strength up until they patch it and fix it with the next update, it is katana kills, not Quan Chi kills. All right. Now, I don't like when they don't have consistency in the characters, but in their defense, I have not played MK1, so I do not know what changed about the storyline, why they felt it necessary for MK1 Melina to now kill Quan Chi's instead of Katana. Obviously, there were blood sisters in MK1. I learned that from the trailers. Biological blood sisters versus Shang Tsung's creation. So maybe something along the way happened with Quan Chi, and that's why it makes more sense for Quan Chi to be her new nemesis and get the Quan Chi kills. I'm sure they're going to patch it because that's what they did with the last round of these incorrect feats of strength. But let me go through the other ones really quickly and then I'll get there. My game is frozen. My game is frozen, guys. Give me a minute. I got to restart. And we are back. 2 technical issues in 1 episode. That does not feel good, guys. But we'll talk about that when we talk about the upcoming update video. But as I was saying, the Melina kills feats of strength is bugged, but so is Darkest Night Noob. So let's talk about Darkest Night Noob. His says it that you need to kill scorpions. This was correct when he first came out. However, once that bug patch came out that addressed the cameos bugging the hell out and literally making the game feel unplayable, once this last patch came out, it actually somehow magically reverted from scorpions to sub-zeros. So right now, if you want to farm this feats of strength for Darkest Noob, you need to kill sub-zeros, not scorpions. This is not a terrible feats of strength to farm. Scorpion is the most common character in the game. I would probably say Katana's the second and then Sub-Zero's the third. So not bad at all. This doesn't make too much of a difference. Just keep that in mind. Throw them on your team when you're going against Sub-Zero so you can get this feats of strength up there. I've been working on all of these and it's a little frustrating. The only other 2 that I'll touch on is Onslaught Fujin. Guys, I can't even explain to you, but man, Onslaught Fujin, all the Fujins in the game had to farm Shinnok kills, which is annoying because Shinnok is one of the worst 2 characters to farm kills for. But the text said it needed to be Shang Tsung, and with the cameo update, they actually fixed it to Shang Tsung. Once again, I'm not a fan of them changing who the character has to kill and not making them fall in line with the rest of the characters. So basically the other Fujins had to kill Shinnoks, but for whatever reason, this Onslaught Fujin, who is not an MK1 character, has to kill Shang Tsung. I don't know what the meaning behind that is. I really do need to catch up on the Aftermath DLC from MK11 and then the MK1 story all together and the Chaos Reigns DLC. I got to catch up on all of that. I don't know when I'm going to be able to, but I just got to do it because I kind of want to know why they chose Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung kills are the hardest stinking kills to get in this game. They are like nowhere. You may get 2 or 3 kills per 200 battles in the towers. You will barely see him in the crypt. You may see him a lot more in Faction Wars, but let's be honest, Faction Wars is dead as shit. Who really plays Faction Wars anymore? There's no reward for it, you know? Maybe bragging rights amongst the forums, but there's literally no in-game reward for grinding in Faction Wars. So you basically never see Shang Tsung kills. Thankfully, before they fixed it to make it Shang Tsung kills, it was Shinnok. So I was actually able to get his numbers up there until it was fixed to Shang Tsung. You see, what I thought they were gonna do, I thought they were gonna change this text like they did for Tanya with, you know, Jade and stuff like that. I thought they were gonna change this text to basically say knock out 500 Shinnoks and just leave it as is. But no, they decided to honor the text and make it valid that you actually do need to kill Shang Tsungs. I had this at like 370 before that cameo update that fixed this to Shang Tsung kills, and I'm at like 376. I've killed like 6 Shinnocks in like 3 weeks. And it's like the most miserable, it's the most miserable thing ever. There's like no Shang Tsungs in battles. There's finally 3 of them in the game, but they're not really incorporated in, you know, opponent loadouts on a consistent basis. So this is the new king of difficult feats of strength farming and the character kills. It's very hard to get these kills. And the last part about that is spawn kills. Spawn was originally incorrectly listed as it was originally incorrectly listed as Chinook, but it was actually Quan Chi kills. But even then, I was still like 150 kills behind the Onslaught Fujin, who was still getting the benefit of the Chinook kills. Now that they fixed Spawn, I once again thought they were just going to change the text to Quan Chi, but they decided to make it the character that it says it was supposed to be. And now all my Chinook kills are going to Spawn instead, and he's already at 403. I've gotten like 200 of these since that change, and now he has leapfrogged Onslaught Fujin, who was like 130 or 140 kills ahead of him. So just goes to show you how hard it is to get those Shang Tsung kills. But wanted to bring that to your attention. He does need to kill Chinooks now. Fujin does need to kill Shang Tsungs now. Darkest Noob does need to kill Sub-Zeros right now, and MK1 Melina needs to kill Katanas right now. I'm sure MK1 Katana and Darkest Noob, if they did what they did with here, they're gonna honor the text and address this in one of the next upcoming patches. Capitalize on those 2 while you can, because Sub-Zeros are very common and Katanas are very common. Those are very easy to get the 500 of, based on the number of how many of them are in the game and constantly in opponent battles and loadouts. So that will take me to the last couple of things I want to address: update video and MK1 boss battles, MK mobile boss battles. I'm not going to do as many boss battles going forwards. I'm going to do more one-off videos on specific topics. If you guys watch my MK mobile content in general, you guys will know that most of the times my videos are never really about the boss fight. I've usually used the boss fight or, you know, something funny that happens in the episode or during the fight for my thumbnails and my episode titles. But for the most part, it's never really about the boss fight. The boss fight is just, you know, something to watch as I'm talking about the game, talking about things going on in the game, talking about other things, you know, in addition to that, and just commentary in general. So that's always been the style of my MK mobile content, but I kind of feel like my channel's misunderstood by a lot of the MK mobile community in general. You know, like a lot of the creators do only make videos for one specific thing, you know, how to farm souls, how to farm dragon crystals, how to beat the crypt in the fastest amount of time, how to do this and how to do that. And I don't really want to make too many tutorial videos. I have made some in the past that I think are actually pretty good, but that's not fun for me. That's not enjoyable content for me. That's not what my content is in general. You know, all that techie stuff or whatever, you know, how to get maximum damage on this or with this gear or this, it's not really what I do. You know what I mean? So I do want to keep the entertaining aspect of it, but I do want to shy away from centralizing my videos around boss fights. I know you guys just got a double boss fight today, but to be honest with you, like waiting for boss fights or waiting to hit battle 200s to record for this game don't really make as much sense for me. Sometimes there's things I want to talk about, just like today with the feats of strength farming. A lot of people probably don't care about that, but anybody knows I'm one of the kings of farming in this game, if not the king of farming feats of strength in this game on a content creation level scale. I'm sure there are probably some Reddit players and some MK mobile community players or Discord players that all they do is farm feats of strength. But as far as on a content creation level, as far as the larger or the more, you know, known MK mobile creators, nobody farms their feats of strength more than me. Nobody. There's not a single person. There's no whale that pays for all this shit. The only people that have more established feats of strength than me, I will boldly pull it out there, are probably hackers. People that hack the game. You know, there's a lot of people that have better feats of strength than me, but not on a content creation level scale. So that's why I do talk about feats of strength a lot. It's how I play the game. It's how I played the game for years. That's the reason why every single character in the game has those 500 kills of mine, except for these new characters I just showed you. It's the reason why every single diamond in the game has all of their x-rays, all of their 500 battle mode wins, has every single one of their feats of strength maxed out except for 3,000 combo enders and faction war wins. Every single feats of strength is maxed out. All their challenge mode wins. I have my collection is crazy on the feats of strength level. And you guys have seen it before. If you guys want to check out where I was a few months ago, watch my last collection video. But that being said, I do want to make more videos that are focused towards specific topics, because I do feel like a lot of people miss my content thinking it's just about that boss fight, and they could care less about watching a boss fight they've probably watched or done 4 or 5 times already themselves, if not more times if they've played in past years. So I just don't want to give that illusion. And shout out to my OG subs and my OG MK Mobile followers. I just don't want to give the illusion to newer people to my channel that my videos are only about the boss fights, because they're almost never about the boss fights. I just use it for the thumbnail because, you know, that's the gameplay in the video. And if you guys know my content, it's more about analysis and commentary and having fun and, you know, learning at the same time without being too heavy on like, it's just about the gameplay and just about the game. So I do want that to be more reflective of future MK Mobile videos. So I'm gonna do some work, probably gonna create like an MK Mobile all-star playlist of like my more useful MK Mobile videos that are not just boss fight related. And I definitely want to do shy away from titling my videos around those boss fights and stuff like that. For me, that's just a bonus. I know some people don't want to just hear a video of someone talking the entire time, especially if they're not doing crazy edits all over the place. It's more, you know, it's more engaging when you have something to watch at the same time. So that's usually the reason why I have boss fights in them, but I think I'm gonna scale back on that going forwards. So just a heads up on that. And that being said, future of my channel. So right now my computer is giving me issues. It has been giving me issues for a while now. It's nothing new. I recently had some time off from work and I really wanted to record, and random freezes through episodes. You know, I want to get back to Zelda. I want to start a 3rd and 4th series on the channel to kind of keep more content coming on a more consistent basis. And I have plans of what I want to do, but I just don't have the resources to do them at this time. So what I think I'm going to do, at least for a temporary time basis, is I'm going to see if I can do some kind of live streaming in the meantime. Try to build up some channel memberships, try to build up some, you know, some channel revenue in general, just so I can kind of build and channel, have some donation goals and things like that. Because I do need to get a new computer. I have to get a new computer. My computer is about 9 years old now, and it's a laptop, so it's at the end of its shelf life. It has been for a while now. Like, I take apart my computer like every month and clean it out and reconnect all the cables that I can, just trying to keep it going as long as I can. But you guys don't know, this thing sounds like a jet engine in the background. I messed up my audio for so long. I edit that out in the videos and posts. Made my editing a nightmare for like the last couple of years now. But it's at the level where now it's freezing mid-content and constantly giving technical issues. And that's not fun, because in order for me to make content on a larger scale and on a consistent basis, I basically have to be able to trust that my equipment works every time. Like, I have to be able to record for 2 hours straight, 4 hours straight, 6 hours straight, so I can actually get through series and then edit them as I go later on. You know what I mean? The recording is never the hard part. It's the editing that's the hard part. But if I can only record, 20, 30 minutes at a time without running into technical issues, then it's almost like I can never make content that doesn't have issues in it. And that's a very frustrating thing. You see how the audio just glitched out right there? Like, my hands are right here, guys. This is becoming a pretty common thing. So I gotta get a new computer. I know Black Friday's around the corner. I know Christmas is around the corner. There's gonna be lots of tech sales. Maybe even last year's computer models are gonna be on sale, and potentially I can get one of those. But the bottom line is I gotta get a new computer. I gotta find ways to gain some additional income so I can get a new computer that I can use going forwards, because my computer is at the end of its shelf life. It's not being able to handle and render videos on, you know, larger scales. I can only kind of make these smaller MK mobile videos without many issues. Trying to record last week was a nightmare. Really got me mad because I had so much time off. I had so much free time on my hands, guys. It's one of the most frustrating things ever. To have all that time on my hands and wanting to put some time into the channel and get some content and series going and get back to playing some games that I can't wait to play and I want to have some fun. And then just saying to myself, I don't want to play these off camera for you guys, and then you guys don't enjoy it. You guys weren't able to enjoy it with me. You know what I mean? That's kind of, I haven't played anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't played anything because I'd rather enjoy it with you guys. You know, it's more fulfilling that way versus doing everything off stream, off camera, and then you guys missed it. And then I talk about it in the video and you guys are like, oh, I want to see, you know, I want to experience what you're talking about. So a little frustrated about that, but I'm gonna be making a channel update video just about some of the things that I want to do. I kind of think right now live streaming is not something I want to do, because, you know, live streaming is something that I want to do on a one-off basis. I just I wouldn't be able to do that on a scheduled basis. It's too time consuming. It really is. And sometimes people don't show up. Sometimes you have an empty room and you're doing what you got to do, and you can be doing so many other things with that time. So live streaming is really rough for me, but I'm gonna do it as, you know, a means to get some better equipment. I spent a lot of money soundproofing this room and get my mic situation right. I spent a lot of money on everything trying to save this computer and keep it going, but it's definitely, it's at the end of its shelf life. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's not very often laptops last, you know, 9 years or so. So it's at that point where it's time to upgrade, and so I can keep up. So I have so I have the technology to keep up with the content. But on a going forwards basis, you know, channel update wise, I do want to start a couple of new series. I'm not really able to right now because of all these issues I've been having with the technical stuff, but I do want to start some new series. In order to put out more content, and also in order to engage an audience that I would love to engage with because I'm passionate about it, I'm gonna need to start a new series. Something that can help in the meantime. Not something I ideally planned on doing, but something I think I'm going to have to do, is I'm gonna start a new series that is not gonna be face cam. I think that's one thing I'm gonna start doing going forwards. You know, I don't know how consistent this series is gonna be per se. However, that's the plan. You know, the plan is to start a third series that does not require face cam, so that I can quickly set up and record and take away some of the CPU usage that all the face cam series would basically require, or, you know, stress the PC. That way, you know, it's gonna be easier to edit, 1, 2, easier to set up for and get more videos done, and 3, it will add some variety content to the channel until I can get things in a position to record other series. My biggest fear right now, for example, I want to get back to Breath of the Wild. I can't wait to play that game. I was having so much fun playing it. And I did so much farming off camera and off stream for it. I really wish I could have just live streamed myself farming and just hanging out with you guys and, you know, shooting the shit while I was doing all the, you know, off-screen farming with getting my resources up. But the next episode, you guys missed all of that, unfortunately. But that would have been a cool live stream if you guys want to come by, hang out, talk to me, talk about other things, talk about other games and stuff, while I'm just kind of, you know, building up my resources before I progress in the story for the next actual in-series episode. Those are things I've thought about doing a lot, and I'm probably going to do a little bit more of that. But I want to get back to that series. One of my biggest fears is progressing through the story, and I'm recording, I'm playing the game, I'm watching the TV, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and now I'm done doing it. And come to find out, all of that was for nothing because somewhere along the line the video froze. Somewhere along the line the audio glitched out, or the video froze, or something happened and I don't notice it until I just recorded an hour-and-a-half episode or two 45-minute episodes, and now I have to basically lose all that footage because I didn't notice that that was happening as I was playing through the game. So, and I don't want to keep looking at my computer every 3 minutes because one, it's distracting, and two, it's not appealing to look at. You don't want to see me playing a game, like my TV's over here, so you don't want to see me playing the game looking this way and then constantly checking the computer every 5 minutes. Like, it's too distracting. It's too much of a head turn. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not appealing. It's not visually appealing to the the production quality and production value of the actual gameplay. So these are the issues that I'm having right now. A new computer would definitely fix a lot of that. An editor would fix a plethora of everything else, because Lord knows I can find the time to record and I can have an editor doing the editing. You guys could be getting 4 or 5 videos a week, man. Like, my goal was for 4 videos a week. That was my goal. 3 to 4 videos per week, every single week. I would love it so I have about 3 different series concurrently at all times. MK Mobile is going to be a, on-demand series. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to ultimately abandon MK Mobile because we're still going to make content on it. I still play MK Mobile every day, but it's just, there's not much to do in it. The cameo system sucks, and I'm grinding my characters. I'm getting the grinding done. I'm getting my feats of strength done, but that's not something that's too exciting to talk about, especially for the majority of the people that play the game or, want to talk about the game, so there's really not that much to talk about on a general basis. We can talk about upcoming changes, but you don't get changes but like once every 2-3 months. So that's what I mean. As far as making a video about it every week, there's not really that many things that would interest me in making a one-off video every single week for the current state of where we are in the game, so between that series and the no face cam series, those are kind of series that would basically pop up as things are happening in those worlds. 2 separate worlds, but as things are coming, things are changing, towers are changing, crypts are changing, etc. Those are things that, a video, we can make a nice episode about things as they're happening. So I kind of like the concept of that. I kind of want to have 2 other series though that are ongoing that we have a few episodes drop of per week. I want a long form series, which right now is Breath of the Wild, and then I want a short form series, which is a game that's nowhere near as long as these longer games, but we get through them and we are able to keep starting another one to keep the variety coming in. So I'll save my thoughts about all that for the update video, but that's just really the general consensus of what I want to do. It's not what I'm capable of doing right now because technical issues, the editing, time, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. And shout out to all the OGs that still love my content and kind of want to bring it back. Like, I honestly feel like the live streams are probably a good idea right now, because there are some times that I sit here and I'm getting ready to record and I say to myself, like, what the hell am I going to talk about? But then there's some times that I sit here and I do a one-off live stream for you guys and I can't stop talking. My mind's just flowing. I'm in my creative space and my stream of consciousness just goes. I don't know what it is. It just happens that way. But when I record by myself, there's sometimes I'm sitting here like, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. I know there's a lot going on. I know there's a lot that I shouldn't talk about. There's a lot I could talk about, but shouldn't talk about. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm at with that. But anyways, this episode is way too long. I don't know what I'm going to keep in and what I'm going to cut out. But whatever you guys get is what you guys get in the final copy. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's episode, as always, leave a like, share some ideas. Let me know if you guys would enjoy some live streams in the not too distant future. And we'll go ahead and try to work something out. Like I said, I am trying to get a new computer right now, so I'm gonna try to put up a donation goal up there and get some streams going. Streams are definitely gonna be on YouTube, not on Twitch. There's multiple reasons for that, but honestly, Twitch is a dying platform. It has been for a long time. They do their creators dirty. Like, they do their creators absolutely dirty on Twitch. I've talked about it for years, and I'm kind of glad that I've kind of shied away from them, because it's been funny to watch everything I've said about them come true, and creators finally smartening up, finally going to platforms like Kick, finally taking YouTube streaming more seriously, because Twitch absolutely robs their creators. They treat their juggernauts like kings and queens, but they rob their average creators, and it's a little crazy. Whether or not the chat experience is better and the emotes are better and all that stuff, it doesn't make up for the fact that they basically have their streamers performing slave labor with the rates that they get and how much everything costs the viewers versus what Twitch profits from everything versus what the streamers actually go home with. You can't make a living off of Twitch. So I'm very glad to see their downfall happening, so that potentially they'll make the changes and treat creators the way they should be treated. Guys, there's so much that we can talk about. Like, yo, for all the OGs that came or have been following me since Twitch, like, for all the OGs, like, there was one point at Twitch, guys, one point during my Twitch career where I had like 7 different series going on at the same time. Live streams 5 days a week, multiple streams per day, 2 talk shows, 5 different games at the same time. On a schedule. Monday is this game, Tuesday are these games, Wednesday is this talk show, Thursday is that talk show, Friday is this stream or this special. Like, yo, I had a straight up broadcast streaming schedule set up when I was on Twitch. I had a straight up schedule, man. I'm telling you, like, I have so many. Twitch was a fun time. The content was almost endless on Twitch. I'm telling you, if you thought you enjoyed my content today, just know you guys missed some really, really good times. So maybe right now, some live streams can be a good idea, especially to work towards getting a new PC, so that we can kind of get back into the YouTube groove and reliably create content. We'll figure things out, man. We'll figure things out. Talk to me in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, subscribe if you're new, like if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time with MaineMania.